Hey guys, welcome to Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little elephant. To begin, we're going to draw out our elephant's eye by just drawing an oval that is slightly tilted towards the top left corner of our page. You can trace over the top of the eye and extend out 2 lines towards the left to create some eyelashes. Next, we'll draw in our highlights, first starting with a large curve near the top of the eye so our elephant is looking upwards, and then drawing a small heart just underneath that, and go ahead and shade in the rest of your eye. We're also going to give her a little cheek, so to do that, just come to the outside edge of your eye and draw a curve all the way underneath and wrap it around to close on the front side. And to make her extra cute, I'm just going to draw a small eyebrow above the eye. To begin drawing out her head, I'm going to place a dot that's about in line with her eyelashes towards the left side of my page. Starting from this point, I'm going to draw a line that curves over top of her eye and eyebrow. So coming up towards the top of the page, and then eventually I'm going to start bringing that curve towards the right, and as we go past the eye, we'll just dip it down just a little bit. Then bring that line back upwards to create her trunk, going as long as you want, and then to make the front, you're just going to draw in a little wavy line moving towards the bottom corner of the page. To finish off the underside of her trunk, I'm going to start just under the cheek and draw in a little curved line that meets up with the trunk. So curve down, and as you come towards the trunk, make the line narrower so that her trunk looks long and thin. From just behind that line under her cheek, I'm going to continue a short line towards the left corner of my page, coming just past the cheek. The big opening here is going to be for her ear. So coming back to the top of the head, I'm going to bring my marker just inside the face, and I'm going to start to curve a line outwards, and I'm going to create a big U shape. If you want your elephant's ear to have a little more wave to it, you can create any kind of shape you want, but it's basically a U where it's nice and wide at the bottom, and then it comes back and tapers into the face. Make sure both the top and bottom of your elephant's face meet up with the edges of the ear, and then we'll go ahead and draw in the back. So coming down just a little bit from the top of the ear, you're going to start to draw a line moving towards the left of your page and start to sweep downwards. Her body is not very long, so you're not going to go very far, and then start to bring a nice line down towards the bottom of your page. To give her some nice solid legs, I'm going to draw a horizontal line and then a shorter vertical line up into the body, so it almost looks square. Because I want my elephant to be standing on her back legs, I'm going to draw the front leg out at an angle. So taking a line that's just slightly pointing towards the right corner, draw straight down, and then you're going to create your horizontal line also on a slant, and then drawing another little vertical line parallel to the front of the leg that's a lot shorter, moving up towards the body. Then you can connect the back leg and the front leg by drawing the underside of your elephant. Now we'll finish off the rest of her feet. Starting with the back, I'm just going to draw out a little rectangle under the belly that connects with the back leg. Draw in some little semicircles at the front for a toe, and then come to the front and do the same thing. So for her last leg, I want it to be angled even more towards that bottom right corner. So I'm going to draw a line out towards that bottom right corner, and then a smaller line coming back towards the front leg, adding in your little toe. We're also going to show her second ear, so just come back to the top of her head and imagine you're tracing across the top, and then start to sweep a line out so that it's coming out above the top of her back, and then you can start to curve that line back down to meet up with the back. For her tail, I'm going to bring my marker to where her back body starts to curve downwards, And I'm going to draw a curved line that's curving towards the head, so almost like a little C. Make a point at the top and then bring it back down to meet the body a little bit wider. To create the little tufts of hair, I'm just going to do 3 little raindrop shapes right at the point. And now I'm going to fill in the setting. So to begin, I'm just going to draw out a really simple ground line, starting from the left side of my page, coming just a little bit higher than her back feet. And I'm going to draw this line passing all the way underneath her body, and I want it to be lower than the front feet. As you draw your ground line, you can bring up little peaks here and there just to indicate some blades of grass. And just below my ground line, underneath her front feet, I'm going to draw out a little puddle. So to do this, I'm just going to draw a really wobbly looking shape. So it's not an oval, it's not a circle, it's just a really organic, curvy shape that's going to be closed entirely. Just to make it look a little more like water, I'm going to draw in some water ripples by just drawing little lines kind of underneath the edges. You can make little dots or even little swirly circles, anything you like, just to give it some movement. And then I'm going to add in just a couple little flowers here. So they're very simple flowers, so I'm just going to draw a curvy line coming up from the ground. And then I'm going to just add in some petals, or some leaves rather, coming out of the stem. You can draw any kind of leaves you like. Mine are pointy on the top. And then I'm just going to do a really simple daisy. So I'm drawing a little circle just above the top of my stem. And then I'm going to draw out my petals all the way around the center. So this is just a really basic, super easy flower. And then I'm going to do a little lazy flower right next to it. So I'm going to curve my line sort of towards the right side of my page, draw in a leaf or two. And then to create this flower, I'm going to create my center, and instead of drawing petals all the way around, I'm going to have them all facing downwards towards the stem. And last but not least, we're just going to imagine that our elephant is playing in this puddle, watering the flowers. So I'm just going to draw some little water drops sort of sprinkling out of her trunk. So they look just like little raindrops or teardrops. And I'm going to change the position of them so that they look like they're going up and then falling down over top of the flowers. So you can do as many as you like. I like odd numbers, so I'm just going to end with 5. And that is our cute little elephant. So thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you liked this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So until next time for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.